Welcome, everyone.
I am going to mute everyone really quick.
Welcome, everyone.
I am going to mute everyone really quick.
Oh. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Nature's Frequencies Saturday Zoom. Some of you are on our Zoom link and others of you are joining us from YouTube. And we have people joining us from all over the globe today. We are excited to be with you. So we're going to get started here in just a second. We've got people still popping in. If you want to invite anybody, please do. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say about that. But anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Susie Jackson, and this is Nature's Frequencies. And today we're going to be talking about a very important subject within energetic health and wellness. So I'm excited that everybody's here. Now, we do this event every Saturday at this time, and we either do it via you can catch us on YouTube or on this link right here. So we're happy to have you with us. So we're going to watch a quick 2-minute video that really kind of explain things in a great way.
Good health is not something we can buy, but something we can improve. For decades, people have searched the answers to many questions regarding our health and improving it. Do you want to have the ability to live life to the fullest? Are you interested in sleeping better at night and having more energy during the day in a natural, healthy way? What if there was a revolutionary technology that could change your life? A technology that slows the aging process of fruits, vegetables, and breads, and also assists the body in offsetting the harmful effects of electromagnetic fields and more? We introduce Nature's Frequencies, an award-winning company that manufactures innovative health and wellness products under 6 U.S. patents, with natural health and wellness solutions that assists with balancing and harmonizing the body. But how do we do this? We combine knowledge from the East with technology from the West. As far back as 6000 BC, the Chinese have believed that the body has an optimal energy flow. When this flow is disrupted, it manifests negatively by stimulating specific points on the body. The body is encouraged to correct itself. We fast forward to the 19th century, a period of exciting scientific progress in the West. During this time, Nikola Tesla was a genius before his time. This Serbian-American inventor, engineer, and physicist confirmed the existence of scalar waves. Scalar waves are composed of pure zero-point energy. This gives them the ability to store data in a substrate. But something must be able to hold the data. Enter Denis Gabor, who in 1971 won the Nobel Prize for his invention and development of the holographic method. Holography can be used to store information inside crystals. And this knowledge is combined today to help you have better health and life. When applied to the body, the unique energy field signatures of Nature's Frequencies products correct and harmonize your body's frequency to optimize your body's energy flow. When the body's energy flow is restored and harmonized, the health of the body is naturally realigned. All of this has been developed by a family company with big plans for the future. Visit our website, www.naturesfrequencies.com, to take care of your precious health with Nature's Frequencies. Inspired by Tesla, patented by us.
All right, there you have it in a nutshell. This is a very exciting technology, and we are excited that we get to be with you today and talk about this. Nature's Frequencies is about 9 years old, and they are no strangers to awards and recognition. They have received 15 major industry awards, including the Gold Medal Edison Award, which is big time. To date, they have been issued 6 patents from the U.S. government, with more pending. They've been featured on television media and print media for their innovations and their excellence. So the big problem is very serious here. We have got 5G and EMF that is really threatening us. Okay. Our bodies are energy, and every day our bodies are being bombarded by internal and external stressors to our energy system. Now, these stressors are coming from everywhere, from chemicals, from toxins, electromagnetic radiation, 5G, stress, worry, physical and emotional trauma, and more. And what happens is when our body's energy flow is drained, or it's blocked, or it's imbalanced or interrupted by these stressors, then that's when we start to have issues like discomfort, sleep, stress, and other things. But do not fear, Nature's Frequencies is near. And we have the solution, as Nature's Frequencies has invented and patented some of the most advanced energetic health and wellness products that are designed to rebalance our bodies and to restore our body's natural energy flow to help our body achieve optimal health and wellness energetically. These products are amazing tools. When you place the EMF shield on your device, or the EMF Shield Plus earthing card, you'll see what these are, our tags. They also come in patch formula, is put that in your energy, then the Nature's Frequencies product, the Nature's Frequencies products are programmed to offset the negative effects of the electromagnetic field we call EMF, and the output that is coming from your mobile electronic devices. So instead of your body stressing from EMF, your body is harmonized to help you achieve and maintain optimal health, energy, and vitality. And we owe it all to our award-winning company owners. This is a father and son team. Rick Hassler is our CEO and founder. He's been a successful business owner. He sold his previous business as an Inc. 500 company after running it for 25 years. Now, he's not with us today because he's playing in a major tennis tournament, but his son, who is our president and founder, is with us. His name is RJ, and he's the driving force behind the company. He's a young entrepreneur, and he created and developed this technology along with his father, Rick. So I'm excited to introduce to you guys RJ Hassler.
All right. We're going to start with some concerns that are pretty important. So we're going to start with this.
5G fifth generation technology promises faster download speeds and conveniences that most of us have never dreamed of, but will also be blanketed with a new type of radiation called millimeter waves. Health experts are warning about the rising risks with a 5G rollout.
It's not been made clear to the public that 5G won't just be another number and letter on your cell phone. It requires an entirely new infrastructure of thousands of small cellular antennas to be erected throughout cities where it's going to be installed.
What would 5G infrastructure look like? Small cell antennas could be placed as close as every third hydro pole. Scientists from 42 countries are now warning their governments about the emerging health problems associated with wireless radiation. And Canadian doctors and scientists have added their voices.
Join us this afternoon.
The most prevalent symptoms include headache, fatigue, decreased ability to concentrate, tinnitus, irritability, and insomnia. Impacts on the heart and the nervous system are also of great concern.
So patients are...
Dr. Rena Bray has been working at the Provincial Environmental Health Clinic for 15 years and seen the number of people suffering adverse effects from electromagnetic exposure rising.
We are concerned that the upcoming introduction of 5G will significantly increase the proximity and extent of exposure to microwave radiation in Ontarians. We predict that the number of people who develop the symptoms I just mentioned will rise in the places where 5G is first installed.
Dr. Magda Havas is internationally recognized for her research on the biological effects of electromagnetic pollution. She said that at high intensities, these waves cause intense heat and pain because sweat glands on the surface of our skin act like mini antennas.
At lower frequencies, scientists are predicting damage to eyes, loss of insect populations, which are already declining, antibiotic resistance in bacteria, and physiological effects on the nervous system and on the immune system.
Radiation from radio frequencies is classed in the same category of carcinogens as lead.
It's 10.
One advisor to the World Health Organization said there's enough evidence that if they were to re-evaluate radio frequency radiation,
It would be placed in class 1, i.e. a human carcinogen, and governments could not possibly ignore that.
So you heard it from them. It is rolling out. You probably have seen the towers close to you guys. So let's hear what Dr. JeNeen has said. She's been with us for almost nine years, going up to 10 now. She has been practicing holistic healthcare since 2006. And let's see what Dr. JeNeen has to say.
Basically, we have all of these devices around us that communicate energetically, so to speak. You know, the Wi-Fi, the cell phones, the towers, the Bluetooth, all of these things, you can't see it. You can't feel it. Some people can feel it that are really, really sensitive. Most people can't feel it. You can't taste it. You can't hear it. However, it's bombarding us and affecting us all the time. And what happens is our bodies are frequency, our bodies are energetic. And we all know this because you might go into a room and somebody negative walks in, or somebody that's sad or that has an attitude walks in, and you can literally feel the energy of the room just, I mean, I know we've all felt that before, or, you know, being around somebody that just makes you feel tense. Well, this is what happens to our cells when we are surrounded by this electromagnetic frequency, this EMF radiation. Our cells go into a stress mode. And so what happens with them is that they kind of, the cell membranes kind of harden down. They have a hard time getting rid of their toxins, and they have a hard time taking in their nutrients. So it affects our body's function. Now, you know, the original studies that were done on cell phones, they said, oh, well, it doesn't really affect us because it doesn't, you know, heat the tissue up that much. Well, there's so many more effects that don't have anything to do with heat. There's biological effects that affect the function of our cells and our tissues. And that's what's really causing a problem. When you have these devices that emit, so anything that is hooked up wirelessly, whether it be the LTE, the new 5G, which that takes it to a whole different level. That is exponentially more toxic than what we've been exposed to. And what that's doing to us is it's really taking our immune system down, to be honest with you. That's what it does. It hinders your immune functions drastically. And so now more than ever, we've got to be super proactive. But as our phones try to communicate with the Wi-Fi, with the Bluetooth, and with the cell phone towers, there's 3 different types of radiation that it's emitting. When we have these devices on our phones, and I'm one of those people, unfortunately, I'm contributing to the statistic. I am one of those people with 2 phones. I don't go anywhere without it. I keep it on every device, the phones, the computers, the tablets, the routers, everything that I can absolutely think of. I'm going to go through this list and make sure I haven't missed anything, because basically, when we have it close to our bodies, which we do with these, whether we carry them on our bodies or whether they're in our, you know, in our bags, they're still right there next to us. And so we're having a greater effect. So the start of it is protecting your own environment, mitigating all the devices in your own environment, and then wearing that card so that you're protected against everything else that's coming from the outside.
It's very well said. And we also have another video from Dr. JeNeen.
Absolutely. This is laminated. I carry this around, and it's the picture that we showed earlier. And the bottom line is that children are a lot more susceptible for a couple different reasons. Number one, they're going to have a much longer exposure, and that exposure is cumulative, but their skulls are thinner, and so the radiation penetrates deeper. And so they get exposure to more of their neurons, more of their brain cells for a much longer period of time. The other thing about kids is that their bodies are more hydrated. You know, babies, they're so cute and they're so squishy, as my daughter used to call it, but they have a lot more hydration. One of the signs of aging is that when your skin starts to dry out, you start to wrinkle, and you can tell the difference. So that hydration actually attracts the radiation. So they're getting a lot more exposure, they're getting more damage, and it's for a much longer period of time. And so that's why I say we've got to be, this is important, not only to be wearing the card or the tag, but also to make sure we have all of the devices harmonized. That is huge. All the devices around the house, all the devices that they're going to potentially be exposed to, really all of your devices. And that's why the list that Susie mentioned earlier is so powerful, because there's so many things that people don't even think about around the household. I mean, this list is long. This checklist is probably 100 different things that you need to look at in terms of potential exposure, but specifically, especially the phones and the tablets and the computers that they're going to actually be holding and using.
Yes, and she mentioned for kids, this is a very powerful picture. You can see a 5-year-old, how much EMF actually goes through your head versus a 10-year-old and an adult. So basically, everyone should have EMF shields. And this is from independent laboratory testing. You can see the difference here. On a 3-minute phone call, your average temperature increases 1.55 degrees. That should not happen. But with the shield on, it goes up 0.08 degrees. That's a 94% difference. And that's through thermography testing. And next, let's go to this was just a picture we found. I mean, the evidence is there. It's not great for you, 5G. And this is a great video we'll play.
Let's just say this is the normal blood. Please explain what just happened.
Well, they separated.
And what does that mean?
Well, actually, there's an increase in blood flow. And if this were internal, then his pain would be going down.
Can you just look at me 1 second? Now, you just looked at the blood just by adding the pain chip. And what did you just say?
I just said increased blood flow, more oxygen to the body, less pain.
And then you just said one more thing also.
Did I say?
You did say
pretty unique.
Pretty amazing.
Pretty amazing, that's what I said.
Okay.
All right. So as Dr. Hugh Smith said, when your blood's coagulated, it doesn't flow freely. And here's a better close-up of with an EMF shield and without. You can see that the platelets, they're clumped together. It's not free flowing. That causes problems. And here we go. I bet there's a lot of people that have seen these things pop up everywhere, right? This one was from my dad's or my hometown. And Dad was not happy our water tower got plastered with 5G towers. It's a good thing we're on well water, but he still was not happy. This is from my apartment here in Boston. That's just like the first page. So everybody is getting hit with these signals that my computer gets. And that's, like I said, that's like one of 3 pages. And from here, let's go to our favorite quantum energy practitioner, Tim Coleman. What does he have to say about 5G?
Let's not even talk about 5G. The 3G and 4G, even that alone, we're microwaving, our body's getting microwaved. So when we're holding on a cell phone and we're receiving calls and we're making calls, well, the signals are more of a microwave, and our cells are getting microwaved to a certain level. Now, what happens when that happens? It partially shuts down our cells, because our cells, our body's very smart. Our body knows that, hey, this is not natural. This is a threat. I'm under attack, basically. So the cells will partially shut down when this happens. Well, what does that mean? Well, think about all these functions in the body: digestion, building new cells. Well, if your cells are on, off, how efficiently is your body? How well can you repair your body? Not very well. So it puts a lot of stress on the body. And even when we're sleeping, we have these smart meters, we have Wi-Fi modem. And if we're not, we really need protection on our phones, because we're sleeping and we're receiving these frequencies, and it is interfering with our circadian rhythm, our sleep patterns. It's interfering with our body. We can't get as good sleep. So it's very important to have the like the EMF shields on the Wi-Fi modem. Have them on your phone. Have them on your laptop. I have them on all my electronics. Now 5G. I was just reading a report. That's about 1,000 times stronger than the 3 and 4G. 5G is, I see it as, I mean, a huge health problem. And, unfortunately, it's probably going to roll out, and it is rolling out in some areas. You can do your own research. You can Google, effects of 5G. They've been rolling it out in fire stations, police stations, and now these people, like our firefighters, are now complaining with health issues and concerns, and it's having a detrimental effect on people. And unfortunately, it's probably going to roll out in your neighborhood. So the best thing we can do is protect ourselves, get a quantum card on you, get the EMF shield on your electronics. And, all we can do is the best, we can only do so much. But that, I think everybody really needs to take it seriously, because it can have a big effect on your body.
Very well said. Very well said. Looks like we have one more video from Tim.
EMF. Just to give you an idea, I have this really neat computer where I can bring somebody into my office. I hook up similar like a blood pressure cuff onto their arm. And now I have complete access to their body. It's like an IT person, going through your computer. But I can determine from the body standpoint, what are the main stresses? What are the priorities of the body? What can the body handle? For example, if somebody comes in and they might have heavy metal toxicity, but they'll tell me, no, they're not ready for that. Or, maybe their liver and their kidneys are just not up to par right now. So I can get a lot of information. I know we were talking the other day, I can look at anything, and I can look at your spinal fluid. I can look at every nerve of the eye, anything. Well, what's interesting is, I've had this machine for probably 10, 11 years, and I do all kinds of things. I can imprint frequencies into homeopathic remedies. I can infuse them into a person's body with lasers, a lot of neat stuff. So what I've noticed though, I have this category in the computer under toxicity. Now that'll tell me what are the main stresses to the body as it relates to toxicity. What I've noticed ever since this whole quarantine thing, there's been a dramatic increase in EMF exposure, because it'll tell me right there, EMF exposure is the body's top priority, top stress. And I'm seeing a lot of really strange symptoms that maybe I would see once in a while. And now it seems like almost everyone's coming in with just random things like ringing of the ears, they can't sleep, even kids, panic attacks, just energy issues. And what it is a lot of this EMF exposure, because where are people going to go? You got kids now on their tablets, they're in front, you playing video games, mom and dad, they might be working from home. Everybody is in this Wi-Fi soup, and they're just getting microwaved. And just to give you an example, I just had a client, she texted me because her child is now having panic attacks, just can't go to sleep, she's scared. Well, after investigating and talking to her, she just installed a new security system, Wi-Fi security system with a camera and the whole alarm and everything. And it was having an effect on her little girl.
That it was. Here's a quick video from this is from Australia, and we actually didn't even know this was recorded. This was Australian TV, just showing how effective the EMF shield actually is. So this is a good one to watch.
Evening, everybody. Welcome to the program. Well, we live in a high-tech world, and the signals that are around us while out of sight might be messing with our minds. While the mobile phone debate surrounding their effect on our health continues to rage, Companies are coming up with all sorts of devices and gadgets to combat the ill effects, if there are any. A phone micro shield promising protection has now arrived in Adelaide, so we put it to the test.
Our energy isn't designed to be bombarded with all this electromagnetic radiation every day.
If we could see all the electromagnetic fields around us, we'd be quite frightened.
We're surrounded in signals.
I think it's the root cause of a lot of cancers.
3G, 4G, now 5G is coming to a suburb near you.
It is a big health issue and it's only going to get worse.
The big telcos will tell you there's nothing to see here.
It's a bit like the cigarette companies saying that tobacco wasn't a problem.
Electromagnetic radiation is what mobile phones emit. The question is it in harmful doses?
I've seen enough patients already with sickness from mobile phone use.
Adelaide health professionals like naturopath Dr. Jeffrey Bryant and Deborah Regari from the House of Healing say it's downright dangerous.
Many in the scientific field today are very concerned as well.
I had a woman came in here once with a 3-week-old baby in a pram with the mobile phone right next to this baby's head playing at music.
But now a tiny wafer-thin shield is being touted as a potential protector of our brain. And when we road tested it, the result was jaw-dropping. Wow. We'll return to that soon. But Tony Mark Seymour, the man who introduced it to Adelaide from the US, reckons he was initially sceptical.
Most of these devices don't work. And in fact, some of them can have a negative effect.
The EMF shield uses so-called quantum physics to assist the body to counterbalance these negative signals from phones. But do we really need to be shielded? Well, the only large study into a link between mobile phones and brain cancer was funded by the mobile phone companies.
But even that study hinted at a relationship between high usage of mobile phones, more than half an hour a day, and brain cancer.
Neurosurgeon Dr. Charlie Teo says his patient records turn up some chilling coincidences, like a man who used his company mobile constantly.
He died of brain cancer. All 4 partners in the company died of brain cancer. And then his wife rang us up 2 years after he died to say that the secretary, who was also on the mobile phone, died of brain cancer.
Telstra pointed us towards the World Health Organisation's ruling on the matter.
To date, no adverse health effects have been established as being caused by mobile phone use.
But delving deeper, WHO has classified radio frequency electromagnetic fields as emitted by mobile phones as possibly carcinogenic to humans based on an increased risk of glioma, a malignant type of brain cancer.
So I do know that if you're exposed enough to EMR, you will get brain cancer and you'll die from it.
Now the test. I spent 10 minutes with my mobile phone against my ear, had a thermal image snapped, and the result floored me and my crew. Not only hot, but white hot in the ears region. The EMF shield was then attached to the back of the phone, another 10 minutes on it. This time the image snapped was cool.
I would love to see more detailed investigation as to how it works, what it actually does to the radio signals, so that we can actually understand, the effect that you saw in the thermal imaging that you did.
Computer systems engineer Dr. Paul Gardner-Stephen from Flinders Uni says while it's possible to shield phones from radiation, he's not sure there's a risk.
In that regard, I would say that the jury, I think, is still out, at least from what I've read.
The more people that are exposed to this technology and these devices, the better.
And details on the shield are on our website, and we contacted the TG.
All right. So as you can see, EMF is not great for the body. So what can we do to help? Use the EMF shield. And Our promotion for this weekend is all orders over $100 are going to receive a bonus package of EMF shields to help mitigate this risk of EMF, which is pretty prevalent right now. So from here, let's go to stop sharing. Let's stop recording. I think it's time to give away stuff. Oh, we got to unmute everyone. Hang on. Let's go. Kara. Are we allowed to unmute? Yes.
I asked everyone to unmute.
All right. All right. What's the lucky number? What's the lucky number?
Anderson, 56.
I don't see it.
RJ, you didn't tell me anything, so I don't know.
Is this 1 to 100? Let's say 52.
Oh, 52 is a great guess, Susie, but not today.
28.
What was that?
28.
Oh, no, not 28, Scott, but getting a little closer.
41 numbers. Who gives us that number?
It's
here.
100.
81.
How do we get the number?
Oh, you have to guess what I'm thinking. It's kind of a game.
About 8.
Oh, that's a great number, but not today's number.
Irv, I don't think he heard you.
What did Irv say?
81. 81. Irv.
Oh, 81, another great number, but that's not today's number.
13.
Ooh, 13, another good one, but not yet. Is it time for a hint?
Number 19.
19, an excellent number, Teddy, but not today's number.
21.
Oh. Nope.
48.
All right, I'm gonna drop a little hint. Chicago Bulls.
23.
Oh, Scott, I knew you'd be the first one to hit it.
All right, Scott.
Scott got it. Scott wins 23.
Why? Well, I want to know why.
That's Michael Jordan's number.
Oh, for crying out loud. But wait, where did Michael Jordan go to school? What?
We're talking about his basketball number, not his.
Yeah, sure, but where did Michael Jordan go to school? Where did Michael Jordan go to
Talking about
school?
his academic career.
But where did he go to school?
New York.
Carolina.
I don't know,
What?
Kara. I just guessed that.
He went to school at Carolina. The greatest.
He did go to Carolina.
I lived there and didn't care.
Hey!
Oh.
I spent over 30 years.
Also,
We win this time, RJ.
Carolina.
Did you see Michael play though?
He was good. He was good. He was.
I don't care for any sports, to be honest with you. So.
And I don't know how. In North Carolina basketball game, it was awesome.
All right, guys. Well, Scott, you win. You got the Jordan. You win.
Congratulations, Scott.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, have a great weekend. Thank you for signing on.
Yay, sportsball. Yay, sportsball.
Everybody have a good weekend.
Have a great weekend. Thank you, guys.
Good health. God bless.
Bye.